Yeah, we've all heard that before. That exact chant and the name CM Punk thundered throughout arenas for nearly a decade. Fans were chanting CM Punk regardless of what the WWE was producing for their entertainment. They weren't chanting Cena, nor were they chanting Rocky, and they damn sure weren't chanting for Roman Reigns either. Something about the Second City Saint spoke to the WWE universe so intrinsically. Now, after a decade, the fans finally have their savior and the man that transcended the art of professional wrestling back home. Or is he? Immediately after his raucous return at Survivor Series, CM Punk would return to Raw to cut a promo that would indicate his intentions and the reasoning behind his return to the company he solemnly condemned, detested, and ultimately fired him on his wedding day. After all of the vitriolic rage expressed by CM Punk and the iconic pipe bomb promo and throughout his hiatus from professional wrestling, to see CM Punk back with a WWE logo on the microphone in his hand was genuinely surreal. It felt as if the world stood still as CM Punk spoke into the microphone. But what was said in that promo, along with what has been said in all of his other appearances since his return to the WWE, is felt empty and artificial. The CM Punk we all fell in love with hasn't truly arrived yet. Let me explain. CM Punk isn't simply happy to be here. CM Punk isn't back because he loves us, and CM Punk isn't back because he wants to help out the new guys. That isn't CM Punk. It infuriates me to witness CM Punk being relegated to being nothing more than a smiling face. After we'd thought we'd had seen the end of an all-time great, somehow, someway, McMahon left his role, Punk caused AEW to implode, and Survivor Series took place in Chicago, Illinois. The planets aligned and we finally got to witness a true professional wrestling fantasy, yet Punk feels no different to an old man on a Legends contract. The real CM Punk has a chip on his shoulder and a fire in his belly. The real CM Punk isn't simply happy to be here. The real CM Punk wants to see the world burn. The entire time CM Punk has returned to professional wrestling hasn't felt authentic or true to who or what he is. I cannot stress this enough. We do not want someone that's simply happy to be on our screens. We don't want an old, begrudging veteran putting his body through torture just for a paycheck and masquerading as if he's some sort of selfless audience-serving saint. We don't need the lies, and we all see right through them. The real CM Punk is the everyman, and he's supposed to represent us. He's supposed to hold that microphone to his mouth and say the things that we've all been thinking. He's the voice of the voiceless for a reason. Professional wrestlers like CM Punk, Sami Zayn, or Kevin Owens appeal to us because they are us. They aren't genetically composed to be professional wrestlers like Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, or Randy Orton are. They're rough around the edges and making the most of what they've got, which is heart, and the hunger for an opportunity to someday prove that they're more than just another cog in the machine. That is what makes these characters so lovable. The everyman has been infectious throughout wrestling history, but this awful rendition of CM Punk is actually the blatant opposite of the everyman. He's a regurgitated, safe alternative for the publicly traded billion-dollar conglomerate, and if any of what CM Punk said a decade ago was even slightly true, he has indeed become what he once would have dreaded. CM Punk needs to win the Royal Rumble. CM Punk desperately needs to find that chip on his shoulder and quit worrying about keeping people happy. I would much rather CM Punk's career end in a fiery, emotional, unhinged episode than an uncharacteristically safe, happy ending. I want the WWE to feel like it's CM Punk's world and we're all just living in it all over again. There isn't a single member on that roster that can cut right through another professional wrestler or human being in the manner CM Punk can, and it's time we saw that old renegade again. I outright reject and refuse to let CM Punk be presented as a watered down, diluted, McDonald'sified version of himself. It is heinous that we're witnessing one of the all-time greatest figures in wrestling history being presented to us as a hollow, one-dimensional version of himself. But everything I've just said in this video could all change in an instant, and suddenly we'd all remember why CM Punk is
the best on this microphone, in that ring, even at commentary. Nobody can touch me.
Until next time, I've been wrestling.